What is one thing that nobody knows about you?
I used to save a lot of like hentai images on my phone, and I didn't really have anything to back up my phone on because I don't update it. I had to use my sister's laptop, and I didn't realize that backing up would have stored everything that I had on my phone onto her laptop.
I had this girlfriend in VRChat, right? Like one day she was like coming up to me, like being very, very lewd and stuff, and then she asked me to go to a private world. So I was like, all right, I'll go to the private world.
Movie theater in this place called Foxmore, Pennsylvania. Had some movie theater. It was exactly to the movie Aliens Isolation. It was not a good movie. Did not pay attention to most of it. Was a hard and confusing time because I was erect, and at the same time I was freaking out because there was an alien jumping at the screen.
One day she like called me and she was like, what the going on? And I was like, I don't know what you're on about. And she was telling me that her and her boyfriend were like going through pictures of like old, my family back in the day. His little sister was in the room too, looking at the pictures, and then they just started scrolling through like all my hentai. And I felt so bad because I was like, what do I do? There's some weird shit in there, man. And yeah, and that's how my family knows. Yeah, that's how my family knows I like hentai. And that's and pretty much her boyfriend kind of is the same age as me, so he went to he's like in my classes, and he went and like told people at school that I was like that happened.
We just started like hugging each other and then going a little bit further. Like she started in VR. It was weird, my guy. It's so fucking weird.
I make avatars, I guess, which is such like a huge part of my life. It's so weird that I just kind of keep it hidden. I don't really tell people much. I feel like some people would think it's weird that I make anime girls for VR.
The most recent time, I took shrooms. I started tripping. My vision just started like all the accents, like all the accent colors in every single thing that I saw, it was just rainbow. It was just flashing rainbow. I don't know. I was on VRChat as well, so everybody was just reacting like around me. They were like, yo, this kid's tripping, like, yo, what? And during my trip, I joined the gang. I don't know how, I don't know when. I joined one, and then I left immediately afterward, and I felt like ice cream. I literally felt like ice cream, and I said it millions of times.
On VRChat, I have like a pretty outgoing personality. I'm very like a flirtatious person, but in real life, I have like really bad social anxiety. After playing VR, like I wasn't able to like talk to people in real life before. Like I was like really shy and stuff, and like I would like be on the verge of like throwing up almost all the time. So I would like be so shy of talking to people. But now I'm like I can have like short conversations with people and not feel like so sick to my stomach.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be depressing, but I've always like hid myself behind this big smile to make people happy, I guess. It always like was the biggest thing for me, where my IRL friend, like I didn't want them to see like who I was really inside. I just wanted them to be happy, and for that, well, I had to make myself happy, which was extremely hard. So this fake smile was probably the thing that people really don't see that much. They don't see what's under it. So I guess that was like the biggest thing people don't know about me. I'm always like this super cheery, happy person. While I don't have any self-confidence, I'm always like very nervous and anxious about everything.
People don't know I can't swim. Like, no one knows about that. I cannot float for shit. I mean, I get into the water when I go to the pool or like in the beach. I don't really care. But I've kept it away from a lot of people. And everyone thinks I can swim. I can't swim.
Almost 1.5 years now as a drug dealer. Just thinking about it just makes me wonder what my life has become. But it all started when, I met a new friend. He was cool and all, I was at a party. And he asked me would you like to make some money? I was like, well, who doesn't, right? I was like, well, how do you mean with making money? And basically, he starts with saying like, well, I've got some work for you to do. Selling to these innocent teenagers. Police got involved. I got my driver's license pulled in. Now I just live off selling more. Because that's all I can do right now. I can't get any jobs. I can't get a driver's license anymore. My parents, they found out. Yeah, they don't talk to me that much anymore.
I grew up in a very bad home, so what I would do as a kid to escape from people, which I never really told anyone, I would sneak out the house at night and I would mostly go to parties or events or anything in the streets to get away with people. We do spray painting as like a job to get money and everything. So like I can get my siblings food while my mom was being stupid.
I've been on this game for quite a long time, and I guess it really did help me. I feel like people are actually happy. They know me for who I am really inside, and I can have like a lot of fun without faking this stupid smile I do IRL.
Yeah, no, it was middle school. I had a friend group of a few friends, but we always had like all of us in the friend group. We all were like, I guess, the weird kid, and we all ended up having, like mental issues eventually, and that kind of ended up destroying our friend group. I was kind of cast out of the group because I guess just some people didn't like me and how I was acting, and at the time, because I just moved I lost all my friends. I had no friends. Literally everyone basically abandoned me. When I was at this low point in my life and I didn't know what to do with myself, or I just kind of latched onto the first thing I knew how to do, and that was because I have family issues, which was just anger, and that anger eventually turned into bullying. And there was a kid in a grade below me named Curtis, and me and him became friends somewhat quickly because he didn't have a friend group and I didn't have a friend group. We were more or less friends because we just wanted to be friends. It wasn't like we liked each other, it was just we wanted friends. We needed friends. We started talking because of that. But since I was still going through all of my, abandonment issues and anger problems, I ended up just bullying him the entire time we were in that friend group. But we were both our only friends, and eventually, right when I got in high school, I got a new friend group, and they were much more accepting of me, and it was a much healthier relationship. My relationship with Curtis turned really bad, and it ended up to me and my group of friends just bullying him every day for the littlest shit, and this went on for like 6-7 months, just to this poor kid that had nothing. He just lost his only friend. I didn't really know much about him, about his family life, but it was kind of clear that he wasn't super close to his family. Around 7 months after I stopped talking to him, really, and it was just to that bullying, he just kind of stopped showing up to school. And about 2-3 weeks later, we all found out that he passed away, and we found out that events that happened at his house, combined with the shit we were putting him through at school and the way our school was treating him, because our school's not that great, just the combination of everything, just it got to him, and we found out he killed himself. He committed suicide, and no one knew what to do. And because of that, because I was the person that kind of introduced him, or people met him through me, I got all the blame put on me. And which, I guess I kind of deserved. Because of that, all of my friends again abandoned me, and I didn't have anyone once again in my life. I've never said anything to anyone, I don't think, about this besides people that it happened with, nor have I said anything to his parents, and I feel bad. I've felt bad since the day it happened, and I wish I could, reverse it, but I can't, That's something in my life I very obviously messed up and I shouldn't have done, and I should take responsibility for it. And that's hard, especially just after getting abandoned over and over again. And it's one of the main reasons I have really bad abandonment issues, because every time I feel like I connect with another person, I feel like I'm going to get up in some sort of sense, because every time I have tried to connect with someone, I'm immediately abandoned.